You guys are never gonna believe it, but I've actually been out here and actually working on the 1600. I've got a hydraulic slave cylinder actually clipped in, like fully clipped in. So I just have to get a new clutch line now, and then figure out a way to basically fix this in place, because right now the slave cylinder can rotate, and that's not really a big deal with no line on it, but once it's actually got a line on it, that's going to be a little more of a concern. The speedometer cable is currently interfering with the throttle cable mechanism, which again I can deal with. It's going to have to be pretty much a full custom throttle cable anyway, and it looks like I'm going to need a new speedo cable. That one has seen better days. But other than that, I mean, the clutch is pretty much set up to go. You'll probably notice that that isn't a shiny new ATE slave cylinder. For whatever reason, I guess I'll show you instead of just saying these things. The brand new one I bought is like... I'm actually out here working on the 1600. I know, it's difficult to believe. I ended up actually putting in a slave from one of my used Getrag 242s because this one's quite a bit shorter. This one's actually for a late 1600. But since my pedals, my clutch master cylinder, pretty much everything is out of a 74 to 76 2002, I elected to grab that supposedly still good slave cylinder from my donor trans. So right now I'm running into some speedometer cable interference with the throttle pedal linkage. Not really a big deal because I'm going to have to run a custom throttle cable anyway, which I haven't dealt with yet. The speedometer cable could use some help anyway. I might go GPS. It's just a lot of unknowns, but right now a clutch line and a bleed, and that thing is ready to have a working hydraulic clutch, which is really exciting. It's the first time I've really had anything, I'm not going to call that major, but I mean it's definitely a hurdle overcome in quite some time. So I got a lot of stuff to do yet on the brakes. The harness is almost done. I don't know. My goal is still to get this thing out on the road before the end of the year, 2018. It's been on the lift for almost a year now, basically taking up the lift the whole time, which is fine. I just, I'd really like to experience an E10 for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I was mystified by why I put everything together and this brand new old stock part was giving me so much grief. So there are definitely even more subtle nuances that I wasn't aware of before that I am now. And I still have to take off that coolant divider. I've been busy with manual swaps. This coolant divider here, and clean that thing up a little bit before I throw it on the 2002. Might take another batch of powder coating out. We'll see. Still probably going to swap over to the canister style oil filter at a later date, potentially, if and when I bolt this KO3 on there. It's going to be set up with Mega Squirt for boost, so may as well. But lots and lots yet to do. Not actually a ton to do just to drive it, but this car I feel like will be an ongoing project for quite some time, because this and the Mercedes are definitely the two quirkiest cars.